Hey guys, it's Angie. Today I'm going to be doing another Halloween tutorial, and this one is for Jack the Ripper. It's kind of Ripper week on my channel, if you will. I chose to do Jack the Ripper because nobody really knows what he looks like. Nobody really knows who he was. I mean, there's definitely theories and suspects and all that stuff, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to come up with my own interpretation of Jack the Ripper. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and let's get started. I'm going to start off by applying my regular foundation. Next up, I'm going to be using this cream highlighter from Nye in the color Extra Light, and I'm going to be applying that to the highest points of my face. So I'm going to be basically sculpting out a different kind of face. So I'm just going to put it in the areas where the light would hit, down the center of my nose, underneath the eyes, the top of the forehead. For the contours, I'm going to be using Nye's Cream Shadow in medium brown. This is a warmer tone. I chose this one because it kind of looks dirty, and I think Jack the Ripper would probably be dirty. I mean, a lot of people back then did not bathe and shower, so that's my reasoning behind it. I'm going to start applying that to where I want the contours to be, just kind of give it more definition. And we're going for an exaggerated definition, so just going to be applying that underneath the cheekbones. And you can start light at first and then sort of build up the contour. This should blend in nicely to your foundation as well. You want to get in your temples. And you do want to go along the hairline. I originally wanted to do a bald cap with this, and when I went to film it and put the bald cap on, it actually broke, it ripped, and I just don't have time to repair it or patch it. So we're gonna have hair for Jack the Ripper this time. Don't forget the jawline. You can use your fingers to blend out larger areas if need be. I'm going to lightly run this down into this hollow around the eye socket and then down the nose. You can pretty much change the shape of your nose using contours like this. With the brush that I used to do the brown, I'm actually going to pick up some purple now just to kind of integrate the two colors. So, you know, a little bit of brown, and then a little bit of purple from this Bruise from Nye. And you can kind of stipple that together on your hand until you get like the color that you want. And this is actually going to be the dark circles under Jack's eyes. So go in with that lightly at first, because you can always build this up. It's easier to just do it very light and then add more than to actually have to take away. Sweep that underneath the eyes. Jack the Ripper does not sleep. I mean, he is not a sleeper. And if you'll notice the shape, I'm actually creating an eye bag by having this light area first and then this dark area here. It gives the appearance that this is actually popping out towards you. Using that same brown and purple combination, I'm going to start contouring the eye socket, just kind of working it in certain areas if I want the socket to be a little darker. Just add a little powder in place on top of this product, especially around the eye, because it will crease. I'm going to further contour the face using that same brown. I'm going to go under the lip. Right above the lip. Very lightly. And then down the smile lines, if you notice these lines when you smile, you want to run some product down between those crevices. You can draw in sort of a half moon shape on your chin to make it look more rounded. For the wrinkles and expression lines, I'm going to be using the purple and the brown mix again, just a little bit more purple than brown this time, and then a smaller kind of brush like this one. And what you want to do is kind of scrunch your face up like you're in pain or some other emotion, affliction, whatever. And you see where your natural things are going to be. So I have some here. I'm going to have my wrinkles here on the end of my eyes. So you're just going to follow that line with your brush and look cray-cray while you do it. While I'm here, I'm going to add a little bit of red under the eye. And keep adding, you know, expression lines like right here where your eyebrow curves upward. Give you kind of a nasty, snarly kind of looking expression. We want to lock this in place, so I'm going to go in with Nye Neutral Set, which is a colorless face powder, and we're going to just roll a powder puff on top of all of this contour stuff that we've painted onto the face. For the lips, I'm using that Creme highlighter again and just popping it over. And if your lips are really chapped, it looks a lot better. So work with it. I have chapped lips right now, so. This step is completely optional, but I wanted to add some black veins to kind of appear like he's just being eat up with evil and just bursting out of his skin. So I'm going to be using a purple grease paint from the Nye Bruise wheel. I'm going to start on the forehead and just create a vein pattern. And you want it to taper off towards the end and just be a little thicker up towards the base of the vein. One of the neat things about veins is that there's no real pattern to it, so you can pretty much go pretty crazy depending on how much veinage you want, but you know, there's no real pattern and they're kind of disconnected in a way, like veins will go this way, veins go that way, there's just no real rhyme or reason. Alright, now I'm going to actually put some powder on top of the veins, just in certain areas where I want them to kind of disappear. If you look at vein patterns, a lot of times there's parts that are showing and then there's parts that kind of disappear under the skin. So this is going to give that illusion, and it's also going to break up the pattern a bit so it doesn't look too patterny. And it also gives you the illusion that the veins are under the skin since they're under powder. Go ahead and fill in the eyebrow. I'm doing this almost haphazardly, giving myself a little bit more of a bushy eyebrow. And now I'm just shading the lips a little bit with that same brown eyeshadow. The final thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of red underneath the eye. Of course, one last powder just to make sure everything is set. Alright guys, that's it for my Jack the Ripper tutorial. Make sure you stay tuned on Thursday. I'll be having another Jack the Ripper themed tutorial coming up. If you can guess, you could leave a comment below if you'd like. Otherwise, please thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't. Otherwise, I'll see you on Thursday, and thanks for watching. Bye.